Welcome back to episode 5 of the Yappin Sports Pod. On our way up. Appreciate everyone listening, following, liking, subscribing on this journey. We're having fun doing this. Like I'm dead ass. Like each week, it's fun to do. I get a little nervous, but it's fun at the end of the day to talk.
We look forward to it.
Yeah.
It's
Before we start, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're on Spotify, make sure you hit that YouTube. Go over to the YouTube page and check it out. And then if you're watching on YouTube, go to the Spotify. All information should be up at the top. But how you been? Man, it's Monday right now. You just got off.
Yeah, I just got off work, but it was a fun weekend this weekend. It was really cool. Do you want to tell them
what happened?
What you did? Or
what did I do?
Or should we keep it a secret? Or
did I do something? Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, they already know. I ran the 5K. It happened Sunday. Just a whole month, more than a month and a half of training for this moment, and I think I did good. I mean, my goal was 28 minutes, I did it in 23. Beat my time by 5 minutes.
It's a lot.
Had some family there, had some supporters, and then I had like thousands of fans come there for me. So it was a pretty big moment. But now, like. Totally. It's crazy because now it's over and it's like, damn, like now what, you know?
Right.
But it was so much fun that like I already want to do one again. Like I already want to do one like next week if I could, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird because it's like it was hard, you know? Mm-hmm. But it was fun at the same time.
Right.
And I love competing. Almost lost this old man and old lady that was in the same group as me. That was interesting.
I'm dead.
Yeah,
lost
this
to a
fucking
14-year-old
old guy at the end. He's like, because every now and then I would like peek around my shoulder to see if there's anyone there. I'd be like this, and I see this. He wasn't like an old man. He was like our parents' age, you know.
Yeah.
And he was huffing and puffing his way. He was huffing and puffing his way over to me.
He was our parents' age.
Yeah.
Damn. He
so was the lady too.
Fuck.
Running. You can run when you can run when you're 90.
To my parents listening, I was just kidding.
You can run when you're 100 years old, you know?
Damn.
So
no way. You can run when you're 100. There's no way.
He was huffing and puffing towards me, and I'm like, okay, I'm not going to lose to this guy. So I just kind of... But anyways, let me get to the point of the story. So, yeah, it's over. I think I did good. There's videos and pictures I'll probably post. I'm going to make a video of it. What'd you think watching? Like, what do you think? Like, I guess, what are your thoughts, like, overall?
Yeah, I mean...
Could you see yourself doing it?
So... I did not do this competition because I think when you brought it up, it was like 2 months prior to me knowing, you know, and I just felt like it wasn't enough time for me personally because I do have asthma and I am a bit more overweight and I'm trying to, you know, lose weight and get to a point where, yeah, I can go on a 5K run. I think it's totally doable for me. I just think I needed a little bit more than a couple months to train for that. So for sure next year I will be doing it because now I have enough time that I know what is required to train and all that stuff. So, but overall, looking in at the whole experience, I mean, it all was so pretty. It happened downtown in our city and there was a lot of people. Yeah.
You know, like because the 5K is like the shortest one, and it was after the full marathon and marathon. But I was looking back at the videos, like the professional videos, and there was like a lot of people that did like the half marathon and full marathon. I think a lot more than the 5K.
So it was a combined race. It was a 5K, half marathon, and a marathon. Obviously, they all started at different times, but it was really cool to see like all these different types of people. Like you saw older people, you saw young, like 14-year-old kids, like maybe even younger. You saw moms with like their babies and a stroller and like, so like you saw all kinds of different kinds of people. I even saw a guy with one leg and like he had a, you know, like a artificial leg. I really don't know what they're called. But yeah, you see all kinds of different people, like, you know, just trying their best, you know, and a lot of people I think go in with the mentality they're not trying to win first place or anything. They're just trying to like do it for themselves, you know? So it was really cool to see all that.
I think that everyone should do it at least once in their life. It's a fun challenge.
Yeah, I definitely want my mom and brother to do it next year. I think that they would love it. Maybe my dad if he's down, but I don't know.
It's fun to train for. It's challenging, but that's the fun part of it, you know.
Right.
And now you get a medal. I got the shirt that I'm wearing right now. I got that. I'm definitely doing it again, whether that's the 5K or the half marathon. So, but yeah, like you said, there's a lot of different people. It's not just athletes, you know. It's not like professional athletes do it. It's like just normal everyday people that you see at the grocery store. They're doing it.
Yeah.
Grandmas, aunts, uncles, moms, dads,
and all kinds of shapes and sizes. You know, you see, like I said, little kids, moms. Yeah, you do see a lot of like overweight people. You see just all kinds of body types, you know, just trying to be out there and trying to do their best. So that's really cool to see all that.
Yeah, so that's done. So I did a month of no alcohol, ended that yesterday. And I did a month of no soda. I had a sip on accident, but I'm going to continue with this diet because I didn't even hit my weight goal. So I'm still aiming for that. I'm going to still run like for my workouts because it's just fun. It's easy too. It's easier than lifting weights. You don't have to have a routine. You just hop on the treadmill, hit the button, and you're off, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna make a video about it. Like I said, I did it in 23 minutes and 30 seconds, and I was 60th out of the over 700 people, which I think is pretty decent.
Heck yeah.
And the dude who did it with me was 25th, I think, or 26th. Mm-hmm. So he did even faster than me, but I did it, baby.
Yeah.
I did it.
It was awesome. It was really cool.
Like, I just think everyone should. I think you should. I mean, you already said you're gonna do it, but
yeah, I think it's like a cool because I think as humans, like we need that like structure and like we need like to aim for something and like it's in human nature to like try to work hard for something. You know what I mean? Whether it's academically or physically. So I think just naturally, like it's something like, especially like you were athletic kid growing up, you know, you played sports and stuff, so naturally you like to compete and just be athletic normally. So I think that it was something good for you. It made you like
I've always wanted to do it for a while.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you hit it on the nail though, you know. Mm-hmm. You hit it on the nail. I think that's nothing.
Why can't I hit it on the screw?
Good one. I mean, there's nothing really to say about the 5K. It's over with. It's kind of. I was almost sad that like it was weird. Like afterwards when we were eating, it was like I was kind of sad that it was over.
Yeah.
It's like I don't even know how to explain it. Like I didn't expect to feel like that. Maybe because I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, I don't know why I was like sad that it was over. Is that weird?
No, I don't think it's weird. I think it's because maybe because it's like you spend so much time of your life
just thinking about
for this one day, and then it just happened like that.
I wonder if like professional athletes, like once they like the Super Bowl's over, the season's over, it's just like a depression almost.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
like their whole life revolves around this, and now it's over.
I'm sure.
Obviously they're gonna do it again in the future, but like
for
it's now it's like, what's your purpose now?
Yeah,
you know, and that's kind of how I felt. And like obviously I wasn't training like every day like these professional athletes, but it's like, damn, like now my workouts, that doesn't have a purpose to them, you know?
Yeah.
Now I got to find a new purpose. Like, what am I going to train for, you know? But
true. You got to find goals.
I think that's what it is.
You got to find
it's something. That purpose is over now.
Well, yeah.
I really train hard.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. That humans want to feel like they have a purpose. Yeah.
Sauna sessions, 25 minutes of sauna basically every day. That ain't easy, you know.
Well, no.
And then I would I did a fast.
Yeah.
I would barely eat. I mean, I would eat meals, but like I wouldn't eat snacks, no soda, no alcohol. So like I kind of changed my whole lifestyle. Cause I feel like my lifestyle was a lot different before this.
Yeah.
I was drinking a lot.
And it was a strict diet. I wasn't drinking a lot,
but. And we're still gonna do that diet.
Yeah, I mean, we're still gonna do the diet, but like,
it did feel good yesterday to order that pizza with those cinnamon sticks, baby. Had some alcohol.
Hold on, I will say though, like leading up to the thing, that first initial like month, as soon as like we both knew like, hey, it's time to like change our eating habits and all that, like we were so strict on our eating, like we were eating super clean, like, and I mean clean, like no eating out whatsoever, no carbs. Like, I mean, it's still gonna be like that, but now it is like we are gonna allow ourselves to indulge in those things, just not every single day, every single meal. Maybe one meal, you know what I mean? And just because like we eat bad for one meal on a Saturday morning or a Saturday evening, that doesn't mean that, oh, the diet is messed up, now we start Monday. No, like it doesn't mean anything. It's just, you indulge in that. It's like it's okay. The next day you wake up and you're gonna try to do better, and that's it. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
But
and you kind of been on this journey with me, and you
Yeah.
have different goals, obviously.
yeah, I think it helped us both though. But I think initially for me it was like I need to change my diet like ASAP. Like I do not feel good. Like I just didn't feel like it's not. I just didn't feel healthy, man. I felt disgusting. I felt like, I felt gross. I mean, I'm not. You know what I mean? And like, I was like, I need to change what I'm doing. I need to eat better, eat clean, and then that just kind of like, motivated you in a way, and like we both kind of just bounce off of each other. And then that's when you were like, we should do the 5K. Or I think one day I came home and you're like, I signed up for a 5K.
Yeah, it was like 2 months ago, a month and a half.
Something
and you
like
were
that,
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, and you were like, you should do it with me. But at that point, it's like, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't ready yet. I'm still not
you
ready.
say that, I think you could have been ready if you train.
Maybe.
You don't have to be a certain weight to run.
I don't think that I need
300
to.
pounders could run.
No, I know. I don't think I need to be a certain weight. But when I go, like, if I sign up for a 5K, like, next year, I want to actually, like, go, like, kind of competitive. Like, I'm not going to be mad at myself if I have to stop and walk. But I'm also not going to try to just walk the whole thing or, like, jog the whole. Like, I actually want to try. And I want to give myself a chance.
I think there's people that were walking the whole thing, but it's, like, kind of like, why even do it if you're not even going to run at least a little bit,
Yeah, at least
we were
they're
like
doing
literally
it though.
done. We had got our medals. We were gonna go home, and like there was still people like
Yeah,
walking and like
still people doing
jogging.
it.
Which that's
Yeah,
that's fine. Everyone goes at their own pace. But
yeah,
anyways, should we get into some sports?
yeah.
Do you want to talk about this whole World Series shit? I know it's like gives you PTSD, and you kind of disengage from that sport altogether, which. I would if the Chiefs were in that situation, I wouldn't totally disengage, but I would definitely like not want to see this all over my timeline every single day.
Yeah.
So like, what's that been like for you?
I mean,
Padres, everyone knows what happened.
Yeah.
Sucks, but
it sucks. I mean, it's like, yeah, like my team is not really like in it anymore. Well, they're not in it anymore. So it's like, I mean, it's not like why even watch, but it's just kind of like I don't really care who wins. So yeah, kind of like I don't really care anymore. You know what I mean? Like somebody's gonna win. One of these teams is gonna win. I don't really care. Best of luck to them. No hate or anything. I think whoever wins, is meant to win. So wish both.
Someone said that this is the first time the Yankees have been there since like 2007, 2013.
It's been a long time.
2013.
I think.
So it's like 11 years.
Yeah, it's
because 2013 was the Derek Jeter and A-Rod.
Yeah, A-Rod. Yeah, but the last time that the Dodgers and Yankees have met in the World Series is like 43 years ago. So it's been a while. I think it's a great matchup. I think
city-wise, like big city versus big city, like sports cities too. So I don't know if it's a rivalry, but I mean, New York has one of the most passionate fan bases.
New York has more
LA
championships.
Is a little iffy on that.
Think of it like Celtics and Lakers.
That's a crazy rivalry.
You know what I mean? It's like that. The Celtics have but who has more championships though? Celtics, right?
Celtics or Lakers? I think Celtics. Yeah, but not by a lot though.
Oh, yeah. The Yankees have more championships by a lot.
Bro, the Celtics won. Not to change the subjects on you, but they won like 10 in a row in like 1960s.
What the?
Because they had a guy named Bill Russell.
Oh, I heard of Bill
like
Russell.
The only 7-footer in the league.
Damn.
Was but the best player by far.
Oh,
but
so it's just like uneven.
I think every sport, as time goes on, it gets more competitive,
Yeah.
Like back in the Babe Ruth days, wasn't he like the only good player? So of course he's going to have all these records that are never going to be broken.
Exactly.
Loki, what if they did a clean wipe of like every 100 years, they do a clean wipe of all statistics in the history books of sports? Or not every 100 years, but like every 50 years? Because how the fuck are some of these baseball players nowadays supposed to beat these records from the old days when the pitchers
game
weren't even
has
pitching
changed.
that fast.
Yeah.
Were they even throwing off-speed pitches? They were probably just lobbing that shit. And of course, they're like these home run records are never going to be broken.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a really good point. Honestly, it's a good topic to talk about.
Which because Babe Ruth was around in the 30s.
Bro is so old.
He's not old. He's dead now.
Oh yeah, bro. No, I was just saying, like, bro was like 19, 18 or some shit like that.
So it's literally almost been 100 years since he played. Whenever he retired or whatever.
Fuck.
So why don't they just fucking this dude's been long gone. I mean, no offense to any Babe Ruth.
Hey, don't disrespect Bambino like that. That's Bambino.
I know who he is. I put some respect on his name.
Put some respect on Bambino.
Let's take this guy out of the fucking history books. Clean wipe. Who's Babe Ruth? I don't even know anymore. He's not even in history books anymore.
I don't even know anymore.
Anyways,
I mean,
that's an interesting thing because
it's a good argument, honestly.
Who else was? There was no one else back then when he played. It was just him. And if you look at there's videos and these black and white pictures, this guy was like fat, out of shape.
But real, he really was. And
he had this weird batting stance.
It's really weird because I never really like watched tape of this guy or anything. I don't even know if there's any tape of him. But like,
we're talking about the 1913s.
His highlight reel.
they did coloring books of like while he was at bat.
Just they did the flip books. Hold on. But in MLB The Show, motherfucker is fat as hell. And he's 99 speed. Like, how the fuck is he this fat? But he's like fast as hell. Like, there ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
You watched the cartoon movie, or was it? It was a
Which
cartoon.
one? The one that goes meep meep.
No, It was when I was little. I forgot what it was called, but it was the bat. The bat would talk. His bat and his glove. Like they were all like it was like a kids movie. But it was pretty good. You don't remember?
No.
Someone will probably.
Somebody will probably be like, "Oh, I know what he's talking about."
Yeah, but
I don't.
So Yankees, Dodgers. I know you don't care, but who's winning this?
I mean, it could honestly.
I feel like it's evenly, and everyone's saying Juan Soto's playing great.
Yeah, he is. He's playing great.
I really don't care who wins. I mean, I'll probably root for the Yankees just because the Dodgers got you guys out. Mm-hmm. But then the Yankees got the Royals out, so I don't really care. You know?
I think well, first off, to answer your question, who's gonna win? I mean, it's like you said, evenly matched. They both got studs on their team. I think it's gonna come down with who can pitch better. So, but honestly, I mean, I don't know. It's so evenly matched. I don't know, but I wish both teams the best of luck. I hope Juan Soto gets his ring. You know, lots of love for him from San Diego. You know, ex-Padre. He found a better home in New York, and you could tell he really likes it there. So, wish him the best of luck, and I hope he wins a ring. Maybe, maybe not. At least he went to the series. He already has a ring, so he's very experienced in the postseason. So, But a lot of people, I was on Instagram, and a lot of people were complaining. So I follow this baseball account, and they just post a bunch of baseball news, and like they were posting screenshots of like these Twitter accounts who were tweeting out like basically they hate this matchup, the Yankees and Dodgers. And like the whole argument is like, why are you complaining that the Yankees and the Dodgers are in the World Series, and last year you were complaining that it was the Diamondbacks versus the Texas Rangers. Yeah. And first they were saying like Texas Rangers versus the Diamondbacks is like a lame World Series, and then now you get like the best prime time, once in a lifetime kind of series, you know? And people are complaining about it, saying that it's because they both have super teams. So I mean, what do you think about that? Do you think like it is super teams? Because like those two are two super teams right there.
Do I hate that they're in the finals? Or
I mean, like, do you hate that? Like, if it was like football, like, would you like be like, I don't like this matchup? Like,
I mean, I don't hate the matchup. I think that the more superstars, that should mean it's more entertaining. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's better for ratings. They're going to get more ratings. I think that it makes personally, I like it better than last year. I didn't really watch last year's World Series, but on paper, I like it better. I know more of the players. Like I feel like it is evenly matched.
Mm-hmm.
The cities are more entertaining in a way. I don't know if that makes any sense,
Yeah.
but I don't mind it.
That's
I
a
wish it was
long
the Padres
flight.
and Royals, but that's another story. What was that?
That's a long flight, New York to LA.
That's another thing you got to think about because that's gonna affect. I mean,
Well, they're
for
gonna
both
have
teams,
travel
you know?
days though.
True, and both teams have to travel, so it's not like
Mhm.
only one team is gonna have an
Right.
advantage. So that's not really gonna matter that much in my
Yeah.
opinion. Yeah, there's gonna be travel days since it's the World Series. There's gonna be more days off in
Yeah.
between games. Are you even gonna watch it? Is it even
I'll
something
probably
that you want
watch
to watch?
if like one team gets in the position where they might clinch. Maybe I'll watch. But
We're a sports podcast. My dad was telling me this. Like, we gotta be like, I didn't really think about this. Like, we gotta be like really watching sports till we can talk about it. Because he's like, you guys gotta talk about like college football, and I'm like, we don't
Sam,
really.
this was my first heartbreak, bruh. Padres, they broke my heart. Royals, they
By the
broke
way,
my
you
heart.
only refer to him as Chains. That's not his. Sam's not his name.
Chains. It broke my heart, bruh. Now I have nobody to root for. This is why I'm not watching that.
But
he can watch it though.
He's like, yeah, he can.
But I'm gonna sit in the corner.
That's
and
why he wants
cry.
to be our producer, so he can tell us what's going on in these different sports. So basically, he would sit like in the bed.
Oh, he would be like Jamie from Joe Rogan.
Yes,
Hey
but-
Jamie, pull it up.
But you just ruined my whole
Your
train of thought.
my
What was I
bad.
saying?
Something about Jamie.
What was I saying, for real?
He wants to be our producer.
No. Oh, he was saying that like we got to watch college football more and talk about that. But I'm like,
Oh yeah.
we don't. I feel like we don't. I don't. For one, I don't really care about college football. I don't have a team. You don't have a team, and it doesn't really I mean, we'll watch like the big games. Like we watched a little bit of the Alabama or the
We watched
Texas
Texans.
Georgia game.
Yeah.
But I don't really feel like talking about that ever. And then like I know WNBA, the finals just ended, and I see that on my timeline. But that shit, I'm not. I feel like some of these social medias are trying to like force feed this shit in your mouth, this WNBA shit. Like I'm not trying to be sexist or hate on them or anything, but that's cool that they're getting more money. But I just don't find it like it's compared to men's. It's like night and day, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think
Like,
that
there
that's
was
the
like a
problem,
fucking-
though. I don't think you should compare it to men because women are women and men are men.
Okay,
And
even
you
if I don't
can't,
compare
like-
it to men, like there was
You know
like
what I
literally
mean?
a 5-minute clip of the finals, right? 2 best teams in the league, 5 minutes, not non-edited, of like 3 air balls, three turnovers, not one made shot in 5 minutes, sloppy dribbling. And it's like, yo, this is I'm not gonna sit here and watch this, you know.
No, I get
And
it.
I don't have
mean,
a team. I mean, if Caitlin
Yeah.
Clark obviously was in the finals, I'd watch it. With every Iowan, that's like the fucking GOAT of Iowa athletes right now. Like I don't think there's a better, maybe Kurt Warner, but like, yeah. Do you have anything to say about that?
I mean, like, I agree with you partially. Like, I agree with the part, like, yeah, it's not entertaining to watch missed dribbles and, like, air balls and all that. But, I mean, yeah, I guess.
And I
think the biggest problem is just comparing men and women. You can't compare them. Women aren't as tall as them. Women aren't jacked. I mean, there are some women that are, like, really jacked, but, like, not every single one of them is, like, freaking, you know, Giannis. Like, it's just, you can't compare it, you know. There's not going to be a Giannis in a woman form. It's just impossible.
But it's hard to not compare when literally the name is WNBA and the other one is
Right.
NBA, and they're in the same size court, the same hoops.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is exactly the same except for they're females, you know.
Yeah.
They should lower the rims. I'm not gonna lie. Would you watch still? Like, let's just say they lowered it like 5 inches, 6 inches. I want to see fucking Caitlin Clark windmill 360 dunk on what's her name's head. That's what I want to see.
To Angel Reese.
Yeah, fuck Angel Reese.
No, I don't think. I
Hope
don't
Caitlin
think
Clark
she could
would
do that
dunk
though.
on her head, man.
I don't think she could do that though.
But I would watch that. That would make the ratings
know.
go through the roof.
If anything, Angel Reese would probably dunk on her and then go like this,
Yeah.
something like that.
I heard that they lost like the WNBA lost like 40 or 70 million dollars this year, and just overall
Why?
they're spending more money than what they're making back. So people aren't watching. Not enough people are watching.
Caitlyn,
That's
man.
why their fucking contracts are like $70,000 a year for like the top.
They need
the
to get
top
more-
draft picks are only making $75,000 a year, and they're supposed to be top athletes in the league. You know.
They need to get more athletes like Caitlin Clark that just change the whole game. Like, she is insane. She doesn't even need to dunk, and she's so good. They need more players.
She's so
like that.
talented. I'm not just saying that because she's literally from 30 minutes away from us.
Yeah.
But she's so talented, man.
I
She's only going to
always-
get better, you know.
Like, because there's tall enough women where they could train to be, like, dunking. Because, like, there's, like, men who are, like, what, 6'4", right? 6'3", and they dunk. So it's like, there's definitely women that are 6'3" and 6'4" in the
females don't
NBA.
have the athleticism that men do.
The what?
The females don't. They don't have the
So you don't-
verticality. Like
you don't
the
think,
men
like,
do.
they could train enough to
Like
dunk?
Steph Curry can jump higher than the tallest female.
Really? Even
Yeah.
if they train? I don't think that's
I
proven.
mean, training can help a little bit, but I don't think like
Well,
if
I
I can
mean-
train for 5 years. I'm still not gonna be able to dunk.
What do you mean? Well, yeah,
if I
you're
train
too
for 5
short.
years, I'm not gonna be able to dunk a basketball.
No, I'm talking about somebody who's just tall.
Oh, you're saying like if they train hard enough that they can all dunk?
Yeah.
Well, they can dunk. Like some of them can dunk, but it's not like anything crazy. Wait, how many people can dunk?
I mean, if there was women dunking, you would really watch that? Like, be for real. Like, you would really sit there and watch a woman dunk. Like, come on now. It's not that. You just don't want to watch women, and that's okay.
That's not it. I do.
You want to watch women?
It's not about them being women. I'm just maybe I am comparing them to men, but how can you not? I don't know.
It is. I know. I'm just picking your brain. I'm not trying to make it seem
Also,
like
I
you're this
watch so
bad
much
guy.
football and so much basketball. I don't have time to
Yeah.
sit here and watch, especially when I feel like there's seasons at a weird time. Like it goes on.
Honestly,
It goes on right along football, right? Or
No, it's about March Madness.
No. How will the WNBA?
Oh no, not WNBA, but college. My bad.
Talking about WNBA, it starts like at a weird time. But what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that I like college better than WNBA. Actually, better.
Still though, after Angel Reese left, Caitlin Clark left,
There's
the
still
girl from South Carolina
Paige
left.
Becker's left in the in the college basketball. Tahina Pow Pow, I really like her.
Wait, what's her name?
Coach Dawson.
There's another chick.
Who?
Juju.
Juju.
I heard that she's like the best right
Smith?
now.
Or Juju Walker.
Like I think she's better than Paige.
Watkins, Juju Watkins, right? Yeah,
So-
she's like really good. There's like a lot of there's still more. There's probably some that I'm missing, but there's still a lot of good people. And like as you watch more in the season, you'll see more stars emerging. You know what I mean? Every single year.
But anyways, I saw that the
It'll be interesting to see how Iowa like transforms now without Caitlin, Kate Martin. Like they
and their
lost
coach left too.
their big three. Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're gonna be bad.
Damn, that's sad.
So who won though? It wasn't Minnesota. Who did Minnesota play
For what?
for the WNBA finals?
Oh, New York.
I know Sabrina.
Liberty?
Sabrina was one of the ones on that team, but
New York Liberty.
so
Or
they
whatever.
won. Yep, New York
Yeah.
Liberty.
They won. New York won.
Yep.
New York are just winners, bro.
Anyways, not in football, that's for sure.
Should we
Speaking of football,
transition to football?
yeah, Jets lose to the Steelers last night, 37-15.
Called it. I told you.
You didn't call shit. You were
I
just rooting
told
for the
you.
Steelers.
I told you.
Let me say something real quick
I'm
because
praying on Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers' downfall. Aaron Rodgers is an a-hole. He is not cool, bro. I don't like him. I don't care.
So
I don't care.
Wait. Slow down a little bit. We got a lot to discuss here. So there was like a lot of change in this game. Steelers changed their quarterback, which everyone was like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're 4-2."
Yeah.
Justin Fields is not playing great, but he's playing good enough to win games. And now you're like, that's so rare. That never happens. You don't
Yeah.
change your quarterback when you're winning games.
Right.
That's a big risk,
That is a
especially
big
when
risk.
Justin Fields wasn't playing bad. He was playing decent.
And you
Getting
have
a lot
good
of rushing
record.
touchdowns. Their defense was playing great. They're literally
Always.
winning their division, or they're tied with the Ravens now. And then obviously the Jets acquired Devontae Adams. This is supposed to unlock that Jets offense. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae go back for days. They're besties.
And they were exes, and now
they're living together. Who knows if they're sleeping in the same bed? They got a bunk bed situation going on. Maybe Devontae's sleeping underneath the bed. Who knows? Tickling his back in the middle of the night.
Hey, yo, tickling his feet.
But I didn't think that like they were gonna go off last night because it's the first game back. It's gonna take time.
Yeah.
I didn't start him in my fantasy team because of that reason. But I didn't think they were gonna lose. I thought like, okay, Devontae's gonna have a slow start, but they're still gonna win. That defense last year was great. This year has been a little worse. But I was like, okay, this is like a must win for the Jets. It's a tough game, but I think they're gonna win. I thought Russ was gonna look rusty. He didn't look rusty at all. And then the reason that you're saying you hate Aaron or whatever is because in the post conference he basically blamed the media right away.
Well, he blames everybody but himself. He needs to do a lot of self-reflection. He doesn't take any accountability.
Well, he does take accountability, but he takes it after he blames everyone else.
Yeah,
so
exactly. It was my own line. There wasn't flags, and like you'll see him in the game complaining like flags. Like it's like, okay, bro, like just play the game. Do like, for example, like there was a video of a press conference when they asked Patrick Mahomes, and they're like, hey, like, do you think that you could be playing better as a quarterback? And he was like, oh yeah, 100%. And like he just like it was a great response. He self-criticized himself, and then he was like, but you know, I'm gonna work on it. I have a great team around me, good coaches, like, you know what I mean? Like he had nothing but great things to say about his team, and that's what Aaron needs to do. Like he just like kind of blamed Mike Williams after that one catch.
Yeah.
Like he also blamed Alan Lazard after one catch too. Like he just kind of like complains.
I think he's frustrated right now.
I get it.
That's fine. You know, he's a lot of pressure on him. They fired the coach,
but it can
and a lot falls on his back. The defense hasn't played good though. Let's all admit that. The defense hasn't played up to their potential. They're supposed to be a top 5 defense, and they allowed Russell Wilson and Pickens to score 37 on them. Russell Wilson, this was his first game since last December. Almost a full year since Russell Wilson has played, and he was looking like the fucking Seahawk Russell Wilson.
Yeah, he was looking good.
Like the Jets have one of the best rosters on paper in the league, and they're 2-5. They're fucking 2-5 with their offense is probably one of the best in the league on paper.
Low key, the Steelers are kind of scary because if you think about it, if Justin Fields played good enough to win games, Russ is playing good enough to win games, their defense is elite. Their O-line is good enough. Their coaching is great. Special teams was good. There was one bullshit call on special teams, though. But if one of those quarterbacks goes down, like they're not in a situation where like they're fucked. Like
I'll tell you this: if Russell Wilson plays like that every game, they have a chance with that defense.
They could definitely go far.
The problem is that they're in the same division as the Bengals and the Ravens.
Bengals are ass,
and they gotta play the Ravens twice still, and the Bengals twice.
Bengals, Ravens though, that's a good matchup because Lamar is dangerous. He can run, he can throw. Those are the scary.
But I agree though that like no one's really talking about them like in a playoff situation, but they're a sneaky team. I don't think anyone wants to play them with how good that defense is. You got the terrible towels. You get the terrible towels going crazy in Heinz Field.
Hey, yo, look at the arm.
Look at the arm. Where's my elbow?
A lot of what a crazy thing too is like maybe they plan on playing like Justin Fields or Russ depending on their matchup too. A lot of people don't think about that, but if they have a defense where they're not disciplined enough where they can't, stop the run of a quarterback, like they might put in Justin Fields because he can run. He's dangerous.
From what I heard, per sources, per chains actually,
per Adam Schefter,
they haven't played any divisional opponents, so they basically Mike Tomlin was the only one that made the decision. It wasn't like a owner decision, but he wanted to see what this offense would look like with Russell Wilson before it came to a point where Justin Fields is, like they wanted to see what they have with Russell Wilson before it's too late. Instead of waiting till week 16, wait till the playoffs to put Russell Wilson in. They wanted to see what this offense looked like with him instead of Justin Fields, and it looked better than with Justin Fields. So I think he will be the quarterback moving forward, unless it like. But Russell Wilson, he didn't like. At least the game that we watched, like there were some throws that he was missing. They were showing Mike Tomlin. He was looking like. He was like.
There was one where his eye was twitching. Do it.
It looked like his
eye was like literally like.
You could.
He's like, what is this monstrosity I'm watching? Like he looked like he was gonna pull his hair.
Nah, out. He was trying to hold back his real like face.
Yeah, like like
when you had that resting bitch face, literally, and he was trying to hide it. He was like, because there was there was like 2 throws in a row that was like 5 yards off. And
bro,
like, there was
one where it was like. He threw it. He was wide open and it hit the ground.
Yeah.
And I was just like, and that's the one where they turned to him and he was like, like what the fuck?
Some of the looks that he was giving them was funny, but the Steelers. Let's see what their schedule is right now. We can move on to some other stuff, but
yeah, Steelers. I like the Steelers a lot.
They play the Giants. They should win that game. The Commanders. That should be a good game. Then they play the Ravens. Let's stay in the division because, like, the Browns.
Oof.
Because did you see that, obviously, he goes out with injury. He hasn't played good. A lot of people saying he should have been benched a while ago, but the team kind of kept him in there because of his whole contract situation. His Achilles pops. They show it on camera. Ugh. Have you ever seen that happen before?
I've never seen a pop like actually live like that, so that was interesting.
Well, you literally see like a
muscle disengaging.
You see like a pop or whatever that was.
Yeah.
And they booed him. They're his own. I don't know if you even heard about this.
Oh, I didn't know they booed him.
The Browns fans booed him, and there was
at that point
people kind of having people were having Deshaun Watson's back in that situation because. How the fuck are you gonna boo your own player?
Yeah, that is.
I understand that he's been really fucking bad this year,
but you don't.
And he's getting paid like hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars. But
I think you don't boo on an injury.
That type of injury, that's a year-long injury, and yeah, that just sucks.
Crying
man.
On the way out too.
I don't think that you should ever boo your own player because it's happened before. Especially Philly does it a lot. Philly fans do it a lot. Like Joel Embiid's gotten booed, I think. Eagles have gotten booed, but it sucks for him. Hopefully he can bounce back. That sucks though.
It really sucks, but to be fair, the Browns were not doing too well already, so who knows? They might do some trading around. They might trade Njoku. They might trade Myles Garrett or some other pieces and just, start over.
Yeah.
They're going to have to get a new quarterback, so they might try to trade for a quarterback, so who knows? Joe Flacco maybe goes back.
Nah, he's with the Colts.
He might go back. They might trade him.
To who? Ravens? Or Browns, sorry?
Yeah, back to the Browns. Unless he wants to be a backup.
Let's see here. Eagles destroy the Giants. Saquon battling his own team. Almost broke his own personal record. Eagles look good, though. They're 4-2 now. Well, Commanders... Jane Daniels goes out. Marcus Mariota goes in and fucking puts 40 on the Panthers. Their backup quarterback. That's how bad the Panthers are, though. That the backup quarterback for the Commanders is torching you guys. Let's just talk about the Chiefs because I've already seen a couple on my timeline of people continuing this narrative that like how the fuck are we still winning? Our offense doesn't even play good. We have 2 receivers go out and we still win.
Yeah.
And this whole narrative of rigged and just basically people are mad that we're winning. That's what it is. And as a Chiefs fan, like some of these games, even I'm like, dude, like we shouldn't have won that game. I think Patrick had 2 turnovers yesterday. That defense though, man. People got to put some respect on that defense. And also, obviously, Niners were throwing to like their 5th and 6th string wide receivers.
Okay, to be fair, the 49ers, their defense was fine. I don't think it was that bad, but their offense did not look it. Brock Purdy was not able to throw to anybody.
He was throwing to a guy that almost died 3 months ago.
Yeah, and he wasn't
no
able,
offense to Purcell.
Able to get barely open. Ayuk, before he went out, he dropped, I think, a couple passes. I don't know. He just wasn't. Ayuk, since he got paid, he has not been looking good. I mean, now he's probably out.
I think he's going through ACL MRI scans. So if it is an ACL, he'll be out for the year. But, I mean, you've seen the replay. It didn't look good.
It didn't look good.
And Debo had a little runny nose, and he couldn't play. Then Juwan Jennings was out for some reason. So, and they're 3-4. So it's like they're in the same situation as the Jets right now. It's like they're at rock bottom right now. Like they're in win now mode. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of bad luck with just injuries and shit. But
Christian McCaffrey is out. I forgot about him too.
Oh yeah, they're bad with injuries, and then their linebacker Greenlaw hasn't played all year. Yeah, it's bad for them. For us, it's like green. Like we just win. We just find ways to win. Like I don't even know how to explain it. I get why people hate us. I get why people hate us, but you gotta get used to it. You know, defense is good. The defense is good, and our schedule isn't really that tough the rest of the year. So, what can you say? You know,
I think that also they never really gave themselves an opportunity to really try to win the game, like get in a good position to get you guys to stop. Because after that second touchdown, I think they scored like a field goal or something, but they would get close to the end zone, but they just couldn't do anything. Like they were not putting.
Purdy had that interception at like the 10-yard line.
It was just not good for them. I felt bad for them, honestly. They just look like helpless out there. Like they just look frustrated. And like they looked like they wanted to win, but they couldn't find a way to piece it together. I mean, this one, it was like completely fair game. There wasn't really many flags that I remember. Like, do you remember any crazy flags? Like,
I did see fucking Mahomes truck that guy in the end zone, though.
Bro, I told you that motherfucker pancaked that motherfucker.
Let's not get him.
Bro,
we got a dog on the loose right now.
Bro, Patrick just rammed into that guy.
So people forget that like Mahomes got some like dad bod muscle type energy on him.
Yeah.
And I don't know, that safety was just he was asking for it to get, but that's crazy though. Like Mahomes literally does it all. And like earlier in the game, he like jukes a guy going out of bounds, which I was taking a shit, and then I'll hear, "Oh my god!"
I was like, "Yo,
Mahomes, oh my god!"
It's crazy to me because I really don't see Mahomes like running much. Mahomes don't really be like. I mean,
he doesn't really run much. You told me
after his like injury with his leg or ankle or whatever, he didn't really run much. But this one was surprising because I hadn't seen him run in a while, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Like he got some moves on him.
He doesn't like to run, but if he has to, and he only does it in big games. I've noticed he only does it when the lights are the brightest. But damn. He literally trucked the guy for a touchdout, and he never runs into the end zone too. Yeah, but that was crazy.
That was really wild.
Any other games that you want to talk about?
It was a good game. Seahawks. Oh Vikings, no, the Packers and Texans was interesting. There was a bit of a.
CJ Stroud only had 86 passing yards.
Bro, that's so bad.
But Joe Mixon had like a crazy game.
Oh,
but
so they ran the ball.
I think both of those teams will make the playoffs.
I think so too.
And I think
Vikings.
they both have a chance to make like the championship game, not the Super Bowl. Texans. I mean, if Nico comes back fully healthy, they have the talent on paper, but they're gonna have to go through us. And then the Packers, I could see them making the Super Bowl.
I see the Lions making the Super Bowl, honestly.
Without Hutchinson
in the NFC, yeah. I mean, I've heard rumors that they might try to trade for Max Crosby.
I just seen a video on this. It's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
Because Adam Schefter?
Yeah.
He basically said, like, why? Like, if you're the Raiders, why would you trade your heart and soul of the team? It just doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But then again, they did it for Devontae Adams, and he's kind of like the heart and soul of your team too.
Well, remember that interview or that video that I saw of Max Crosby saying that he pretty much wants to win now.
And I think that's why the rumors started. But I trust Adam Schefter. You know, he's the voice of the NFL. But it's also like The Raiders just traded their best player. What makes you think they wouldn't trade their second best player?
Right.
I mean, Devontae and Crosby were probably like 1A, 1B.
Yeah.
But I don't see how that's off table. The Raiders aren't winning the Super Bowl this year.
No.
They're not winning the division this year.
They're not going to the playoffs.
Why would they not?
Down.
If the Lions came to them with a trade package for 2 first-round picks, how are you going to pass that up, you know? Yeah. And through maybe a bag of hot Cheetos too? Like, how do you pass that trade up? I'm not passing that trade up. Yeah. So I think even without Hutchinson though, the Lions should still be the favorites. But Eagles though, you don't forget about the Eagles though. I know that their coach is a fucking dick and an asshole, but the Eagles and Lions I think should be the 2 favorites. And don't sleep on the Buccaneers too. If they beat the Ravens tonight, that's a big game. If they beat the Ravens tonight, they could be in that conversation too. You know? I think Eagles and Lions should be the two favorites, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, we'll see, right?
Yeah. Vikings are no longer undefeated either.
Yeah.
So it's only 1, baby.
Wait, who did they
They lost to the Lions.
Oh, yeah. That's what
From a field goal. From a field goal, baby.
Yeah, Chargers play tonight, Monday Night Football against the Cardinals. We'll see how that goes tonight for Monday Night Football. I think this is a really good game for us.
Evenly matched, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's very evenly matched. I think Chargers have a bit of a slight edge just because of our coaching. Like Harbaugh, I think he brings a new element of like a little bit of like better, you know what I mean, to a team, like a little bit elevation. But we'll see. Hopefully we can pull off a win. I know that I was listening to a podcast, Locked On Chargers podcast, and they were talking about how the Cardinals haven't had really a big game. Like Marvin Harrison Jr. and Kyler Murray haven't really been on the same page since like week.
It was like week 3 or 4 when they had a big game.
When they had that big game, yeah. After that game, they haven't really had like a
connection.
Yeah, sure. A connection. Yeah, at least that's what they were talking about, and so hopefully, I mean, we're able to capitalize on that. Hopefully, our defense is disciplined and is careful with Kyler because he can run. So we'll see. It'll be a good game, hopefully, for us. I know we have a couple injuries too, so
I want to go back to the college football for a second. The Texas and Georgia game. There were some stars there.
Yeah.
And one star that this is hopefully a good transition that you realize. Joe Rogan was there.
Yes.
Speaking of Joe Rogan, you had something. You watched the podcast the other day.
Yeah, or today I was.
He did it with Graham Hancock.
Yeah,
right?
Graham Hancock.
And you watched it today.
If you know me, I love Graham Hancock so much. Obviously, I love Joe Rogan, but Graham Hancock is the most interesting man to me. He's this older man who just talks about pretty much like ancient history, like how the pyramids came to be about, civilizations that were once there, like just stuff like that is so interesting to me and like so captivating.
And he's like, at least recently, I watched a podcast too. He's like, they're the archaeologists. It's like the archaeologist community is against him. They want him to like burn and die in hell. Him. And like he's like this one man army that like everyone loves, but like the archaeologists are the ones that have like usually like the final word and like telling the world, I guess, like what's a fact and what's not. Yeah. And Graham Hancock is just this kind of guy that makes a show on Netflix. He's not really like a what's this? Like, he is
an archaeologist, I believe. No, he's not. No, what he's a journalist is what he is. He's a journalist, but I think the biggest reason why archaeologists, at least this is what he says, is the reason why they don't like him is because he's the type of guy that it's like you present a fact to him or you present what you think is a fact and he questions all of it. And it throws these archaeologists off because they're like, well, and if he proves them wrong, there's almost like an ego within the archaeologist community. And they're like, well, no, like I have to be right. I'm an archaeologist. You know what I mean? So then that's when they're kind of like, butting heads.
Because the last time Hancock, you watched the debate one, right? The last time Graham Hancock was on,
Yeah.
Joe Rogan put also an archaeologist on to have a debate.
Yes.
And it turns out that everything the archaeologist said was basically incorrect.
Yeah. They
he was only
him.
on there to basically try to prove him wrong for
Yeah.
the world, and he lost that battle for sure. And they found out that he was lying about a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So,
which is insane. Like, it's like if
you have an opportunity to go on Joe Rogan and like that's what your goal is, to just try to like lie and try to win this argument.
Yeah, that's how you know, like, a lot of people's ego is so big, instead of like actually questioning like all these things that you've been told, and it's like trying to look even further into it. Like, I feel like they look into it, but they don't look even further into it. But there's so many things in the world that it's just like there's a lot of question marks, and it's so annoying because I love going into that rabbit hole and like all the what ifs and like presented all these facts, but then it's like I'm still not given the answer. Like, I still want to know what happened.
Graham Hancock says that he doesn't even know the actual, like, no one really knows like how these pyramids were built, how all these countries were structured and made, and there's so many questions.
Like, how did they
it's so interesting though, like,
cut these limestones and drag them, or not even drag them, move them from like miles and miles and miles away, and these are like heavy ass limestones that in today's time, like, we can move, but like it's still like would be a whole mission for us. Like, it would be something so insane. Like, it would be extremely difficult. It would take so much machinery and so many people. And it's like, we think of like the past as like, oh, like they didn't have machinery, they didn't have anything. But it's like, if they didn't have anything, how the hell did they do this?
Well,
like, how?
You remember the part where they were talking about like this part that they found? And like Joe Rogan was like, wait, show me that again. Zoom in. That looks like a part from a wheel,
vehicle, right? Yeah,
like an engine. Like, it looked.
Oh, like, an engine. Yeah.
And no one knows where it came from.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's probably, they had some sort of machinery. They had some sort of advanced technology.
Yeah.
That we don't have today. Mm-hmm. And that would mean that there was a complete wipeout of civilization.
Yeah.
Or else we would have that technology.
Right.
It would just continue on along history, you know?
Yeah.
So like that alone makes you think that like, what if there was a complete wipeout then of human civilization, then what was life like before that? They probably had telepathy. Like, I could probably read your mind right now.
Maybe.
But the thing, it's just so crazy that like the amount of shit that we don't know. Mm-hmm. There's all these history books and textbooks about all this information, but all in all, there's still so much unknown.
There's so much unknown. It's insane
about everything. How much is the government keeping from us? Because if we had that information, it would just cause everyone to go into chaos.
Oh yeah.
But will we ever know the truth about everything? I just want to know. I want them to make a documentary of like how everything started, and like there's just too much. I'm like rambling and stuttering right now.
There's so much. It like I said though, it kind of makes me a little angry because it's like I want to know, like I want to be able to like ask this question and like I don't have the answer.
It does anger me.
You know what I mean?
It's
like, fuck, like I want to know how.
Because nowadays with like Google and shit, you just literally you know everything instantly. Information, but like with history, it's kind of a question mark. But what if like when you go to heaven and shit? What if like that's when everything is revealed? That would low-key be like, that's actually heaven. Like, everything is revealed.
Maybe.
And like, you look like you don't want that though. You don't want to know everything?
No, I mean, I do, but I don't feel like that's what heaven would be. I don't think they would reveal the mysteries of the earth. I mean, I don't know. Who knows?
I think in heaven, like...
Why do people think that heaven is like a place where they gives you all these answers? Like...
I'm just trying to have a combo.
I know, me too. I'm trying to have a combo too. I'm just asking you, like.
I guess that's what I'm hoping for. That's not what I actually think. I don't know what heaven is.
I feel like heaven is peace.
Wouldn't you find peace from knowing all the information?
Peace. But it's like, how would you know these informations if you're dead?
You're not dead. Your soul's alive.
Where?
In heaven.
Where's that?
Up above.
Where's up above? Like in the moon?
It's above the galaxy. It's above the universe. It's in a totally different... It's not. There's no word to even describe it.
How do we know?
I don't know. No one knows. I'm just trying to throw out some ideas, you know.
Yeah.
But
It's so like ugh.
this is a sports pod though. This ain't.
I know we're like going from, but it's interesting to talk about. I mean, this is real life.
And Graham Hancock, he's one of those type of people that it's hard to not believe him because just the way he talks. To be fair, the British accent, they all seem.
I know they all
seem
so
more
snooty.
like. Imagine if he was like had like a southern slang. He was from Alabama and
For
he was
real.
like talking about the hit. I wouldn't believe shit that he said. You're from fucking Alabama, but no, this guy.
My name
where's he
is Graham
from?
Hancock.
Where's he from? England or something? Like
Yeah,
the British
he's from
accent
England.
makes you sound more believable.
He's like, I drink tea and crumpets.
Right?
You know what he said in the podcast? He said that his son is Somalian and British. Isn't that crazy?
I think he's Spanish too.
In
they said.
Spanish, yeah. It's insane. I didn't know he had
His
a
wife
son
is probably from somewhere else,
like
or something.
Somalia or something.
But
If his son is half Somalian. But he also said that it came to be that it was something about South Americans were like the first people to settle. Like first people to come alive.
Really?
Yeah, that's what he said in the podcast. That's what he was talking about.
It's just there's so much unknown, and like even that, I'm like, how?
Yeah.
How do they know? There's no. It's just.
Yeah.
It is a bit annoying though. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like,
'cause I just want to like Google it.
even though Graham
immediately.
Hancock, you don't know what's true and what's not.
Right.
Even though he's saying this, he believes it's true. He thinks
Right,
it's
you
true, but
also
you
have
still
to-
don't know.
You also have to take what he says. When you listen to him, you have to be careful because there's times where he says, I believe, and then there's times where it's like, it's a fact. And then there's times where he's letting you know his ideas and his beliefs versus what's actually real and what's actually proven. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Honestly, I try to stay away from that type of like wormhole because I can get into a deep dive and like I'll be up all night. A lot of people say this though, like they'll be up all night studying like aliens and like getting into these conspiracies, but I try to stay out of that because it's like politics, you know? Like
really? I find it different. I find it more interesting than politics. Politics is a headache.
But like with all this information, is it gonna change your life? Is it gonna make you what's it gonna change?
I think
like
I don't think it would change your life, but I think
It's
it
just interesting?
changes the way you look at things. Because you have this narrative in your head when you were growing up, and it's like dinosaurs were alive, asteroids hit the Earth, then came human beings. There's like nothing in between.
So if you found out that was all incorrect, how would that make you feel?
That I would be like, what?
Like the government was basically lying to you for all these years, or lying to everyone actually.
Imagine like they told us, okay, let's just say imagine they said that there was dinosaurs, right? And instead of like, let's just say this is fake, okay? This is fake. I'm not saying this is real. I know this is not real. But let's just say that there was humans alive when there was dinosaurs alive. And the humans killed off all the dinosaurs. Let's say that's the truth. And they came out with that in the news. And they're like, breaking news, this is... I would be like, what the fuck? Like, that's insane. Like, this whole time, I grew up thinking...
Yeah.
Like, what else could be a lie? That's where it gets interesting. Because it's like, if they could easily lie or, I guess, misinform us, what else could we be misinformed about? Or
I don't think the government would. I don't
think
think the government would come out and admit that they lied.
No.
Because if they admit that they lied, then it's gonna be like, oh, then you guys just lied about how much other shit did you guys lie about?
Right, exactly.
So then there's gonna be so much distrust in the government. The country's gonna be going to a crazy fucking scene. People are gonna be getting shot and killed everywhere.
Wait. Why would they get shot and killed though?
I just kind of threw that out there, but people are gonna be.
I don't think that people would get shot and killed. I think that's a little much, but I think people would go crazy in the sense that they would be calling out the government, but I don't.
But the government, like I said, the government would never come out and say that they lied. That's just
really
never
think
gonna happen. That'd be the
a
dumbest
riot.
thing.
Like, or anything would happen. Like, what would these
Okay,
people
if the
do?
government said that they have an alien captive, they've had him captive
that's
for
different.
50 years. They've had him captive.
That's
and they kept it a
different.
secret. That's not different.
That is different because that's a live human thing. That's a little different.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's not. It's not a human thing.
or a thing.
It's an alien thing.
That's what I mean.
with 4 eyes and 10 legs.
10 legs is crazy.
That can do so many
no
things.
arms?
Oh, there's 1.5.
1.5 arm with 10 legs.
But
That's
I'm not
wild.
like. Do you think there'd be riots? Like, would there be riots if we found out there was an alien captive in the government that they haven't been telling us about for 50 years? Why would people riot?
So
What would the purpose be of rioting?
Exactly.
I think people would start going into doomsday mode, stashing up on canned goods, water, trucks, shit like that. But if there's been an alien capture for 50 years and nothing's happened, then what would happen now?
I mean, what would you do if you find out they were holding an alien captive?
I would go straight to Joe Rogan and his podcast and see what he says we should do. What would you do?
Honestly, I don't know. I think part of
What
me.
What can you do? Like what? Like why would you do
But why
something?
would you stack up on canned goods and all that?
Not me. I'm saying people out there because
I know. I'm just saying.
people are fucking
I'm
scared.
talking to the people in general. Like those people who would do that. Why would you do that? Why would you stock up on all that? Why would you need to do that?
because they're scared. They're already scared that the world is ending. But I've never feared the end of the world.
Mm-hmm.
But people do. They fear that the world is going to end. And that they need to stash up because their bunker that's full of canned goods and water is going to keep them alive for 100 years and their kids alive and their fucking dogs and cats. But it's like if the world's going to end, then fine. I'm gonna take a fucking 300 milligram Red Bull. I'm gonna get my hot fries. I'm gonna get my Netflix ready, and I'm gonna fucking enjoy my last hours on Earth. And what are you gonna do?
Exactly. I'm not gonna fucking worry about stashing all this shit up. I'm gonna go with my family. And that's it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with my family.
He'd rather have hot fries and watch Netflix than be with his family.
Don't forget the 300 milligram edible because
that's fucked up.
The hot fries are nothing without that 300 milli.
See, guys, this is the man.
Give me another water. My throat's dry.
That's crazy. Damn.
But why have a bunker? You know.
At that point, it's like too much work.
We're not playing
bro.
a fucking video game right now.
Just kill me. I would just be with my family.
Because what's the life like if you actually survive the end of the world? Say there's a nuclear attack everywhere.
Have you ever seen the show?
And let's say you fucking survive and you get back up. There's radiation everywhere. There's zombies. Like that's not a life you want to live. I'd rather just die.
Have you ever seen the show The 100? Okay, you gotta watch this show on Netflix. Maybe some of you guys have watched it. It's a show called The 100, and it's about a show where the Earth, is inhabitable. So they have this mission where they send people up to space. All the people, the humans, they send them up to space. They're living in space now. So then there's people in the space, like, machines, or like because they're like big UFOs pretty much, like, and they live there. And there's criminals up in space, believe it or not.
What do you mean?
And they get into jail. They, like, in space.
I fucking hate that show.
Hold on. And so then they decide their punishment for these prisoners or whatever is they send 100 of these humans down to Earth to see if it's habitable again or not. Like, what's going on down there. So that's why it's called the 100. They send 100 people down back to Earth, and they go back to Earth, and they live down there. And there's, like, it's really crazy. Like, all these crazy things happen. Like, the world is just completely different. It's like they're starting from scratch. It's a really cool show, but people should watch it out there. It's kind of like,
I've heard of it.
I feel like it's what Earth would happen.
That show's
like,
been around since we were in high school, right? So I remember when I was in high school, like senior year, people were watching it. Yeah. Like, you should watch it. It's pretty good.
It is really good. But it's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I would obviously I'd be with my family, you know, but I'm definitely bringing, like, what are your my 3 essentials? The gummy, hot fries.
You ain't leaving that gummy.
Because with the gummy, what it allows for you is to escape the fear. Or it would make it worse. Imagine you're fucking. I don't know. It's kind of depressing to think about, you know.
Yeah, me. I would probably like let's say I'm watching the news.
Wait. I would take Luca.
I would be like, I would text like both our families and be like, let's meet up at one place and like we're all here together. You know what I mean? Like my family come here, your family come here, the dogs, everybody here.
My fucking dad would be like the worst, dude. Sorry, bro. He would be like just constantly like because you gotta have positive people that are having like positive thoughts like, oh guys, we're gonna survive this, like we're gonna make it, like we're gonna be the ones, like,
I feel like
everything's all
we're
right,
the
like
bad ones.
listen to me, like we're gonna make it out, and then my dad's just gonna already be like, guys, we're fucked, we're done. That's how he's gonna
I feel like that's us literally right now. Like we're fucked. Like let's just you take your gummy and just say goodbye to your family and that's it. Like we're already giving up.
But there's gonna be people that are going into a panic attack mode, and some people need to be to like have these positive affirmations to them.
Honestly,
so they don't faint and die right there.
I'm gonna be for real. I don't even feel like I have the skill set to be able to survive. Like I don't know how to grow like
neither
hunt.
of us.
I don't know how to hunt. I don't know how to shoot a gun. I don't know how to fight well. Like I'm pretty sure like if I needed to defend myself I could, but like for a while or like against like a lot of people or something, like I don't know how to do all that. Like I don't know how to hunt and gather.
We're like the first two done.
Yeah, I don't know how to hunt and gather. I don't know how to plant food. I don't know how to do none of that shit. All I know how to do is eat and cook and clean.
So anyways, what she's saying is that we are fucked.
Pretty much. And Jaden, he don't know how to do shit either. He don't even know how to cook.
I can run a 5K, baby. Let's go. I can run away from those zombies.
He can run away. But he's leaving me behind.
Anyway, no, I'm just trying to need my back.
You better drag me.
All right, I think that should be it. It's getting late. That was episode number 5. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're having fun doing this shit. Share the videos.
Yeah, share the video to your friends, family members, all of that.
You keep doing that. I keep doing my outro, and you keep interrupting me when I do my outro. I'll do my outro, and then you do your outro.
Nah.
Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you share the video. Make sure you hit the video. All right, your turn.
Okay, guys. Have a good evening.
Yeah, have a good evening, y'all. Peace.
Peace.